When I had my awakening with myself, it was as if a light had been switched on suddenly, and the world looked a completely different place to what I'd experienced in the last 40 odd years, or even 50 years when it happened. I don't know what your experience was. Hi, you beautiful ones. Welcome to the Mac Attack. I'm Macca. Let's talk. I always felt like there was something more than anything than this physical reality could offer me. I felt out of place. I didn't fit in. Nothing ever quite seemed right. So you go through life not knowing what your identity is, other than the one you find yourself living in, whether it's by your choice or not. And for me, I sought meaning for answers through many different channels in life, but nothing ever satisfied. I've always been a restless soul. I was, and still am to a certain degree. But the day I woke up, I realised this life, my life, was just a total delusion, an illusion of a reality which I hadn't quite experienced yet. And it was counterfeit to who and what I'm supposed to be in this life. I've always been a thinker, and sometimes to my detriment, I think too deeply. And I don't know, I didn't ask for that, it just kind of happened. A deep thinker about life, about meaning, about self, about where I was going, my journey, all that kind of stuff. And it's a constant, it's never ending. It's a constant battle to hang on sometimes and not end up in some kind of perpetual dream state of what your reality should be. I don't know how you experience life like that. How that happened, I don't know, or even why it happened that way. But my thought processes always revert back to the infinite consciousness. Yeah, that one. And it's also very deep. And you try to just think about it for a moment, but it keeps coming back at you throughout your life, throughout the years as you grow older. I still don't fully understand that meaning, but being aware of consciousness, or being conscious of infinity, of the infinite, brings some kind of rest and peace in one way, but even more restlessness in another, because it means you have to go and learn more to find out what it is. But this is what we're trying to find, some kind of rest and peace, but we never quite seem to find it as human beings. And an ability to get through the commotion and turmoil of our very existence. And I'm sure most of us experience some to a lesser degree and some to a never-ending degree. And for me, it's a constant. I guess we're all searching for that rest and peace and contentment. And I think very few people find it. And some think we can find it in the physical world, in the purchasing of stuff, etc. You know what I'm talking about. This is why you try and get bigger houses, bigger cars, more money. And they try and find it in that, but it don't satisfy, I don't think. I never found any satisfaction in stuff or things. While I enjoy the things I do have, it don't bother me if I don't. What's your experience? And I think very few people do find it, that contentment and true peace. There's always that gap, isn't there? That yearning for something else, and you don't quite know what it is. We surround ourselves with the stuff to fill in that gap. And you can't fill in that gap with stuff. But for me, none of it ever mattered, because my mind was and still is set on the eternal and infinity. And I don't know what infinity or the eternal is any longer. I don't know why though. And that is the frustrating bit. Have you lovely people out there ever had any of these why moments? I think for some of us though, the why moments are a continuous cycle, and you're never truly satisfied with the answers. So you go into a more deeper thinking mode and looking for answers non-stop, and it can drive you crazy, can't it? Looking back on my 62 years, I can't even remember most of it, except fleeting moments I flash by for an instant or a second, because I've spent my life thinking about stuff, thinking about the infinite, the eternal. Who wants to remember the pain and the anguish that we've experienced in our life? Nobody. So we have an inbuilt hope and a desire for something better, don't we? As we experience that turmoil and anguish, heartache and pain, as many have experienced over the last couple of years. And it's been a collective anguish and heartache and suffering this time. And so because of that, many of us have learned to understand other people better in a better way, and not think about our own self any longer. So in one way, it's a good thing. But in another way, we've lost many loved ones and friends and family. Bless them. But as you grow older, instead of being resentful about that heartache, anguish and pain we suffer as humans, and not becoming the person you always dreamed of because of the existence that you have in this life, perhaps we'll live part of our lives pleasing other people, as I did for the vast majority of my life. Your spouse, your parents, your friends, and being the person that they expect it to be. We can be surrounded by people, yet still feel that we're all alone in the world, can't we? That is certainly true of me. I've always treaded a lonely path, a solitary existence, even though I've been surrounded by people. I've been in the forces, I've been married, I've had children, and I've worked, but I've always tread a lonely path, and I don't know why. I don't understand it. I didn't ask for it, I didn't choose it. What's your experience? Comment and tell me. But I think it's because no one ever truly gets you. And when I listen to people like Jordan Peterson, I feel the man's pain. And he who is also searching for the infinite understanding. You hear the pain in what he says. Because when you're searching for the infinite, it brings a responsibility to yourself and to others. And for some reason along that goes with it is a pain that you never quite fully get it. And people don't truly get you. And that can be very painful. No one truly understands who you are. We might have tried, but who really listens to you? And so many of us give up trying. We try now some small little way to reveal the inner self, the true man, woman that we're supposed to be. And so we fall back into the construct, those social constructs of being a father, a son, a husband, a brother, a friend, a mother, a daughter, a wife, sister, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on. But those constructs don't really define us in the way we would like. It is how you are defined by others and not by yourself. But we kind of give in over time to fit into the construct, to be accepted. We fall in line to be accepted. So we follow the rules of expected behaviour rather than follow your true nature of who and what you are and what you want to do and be. It's those constructs that hold us back from the revelation within us of our divine natures that we all share a portion of. And it's a shared consciousness. This is how we can feel the pain of other people, the suffering of other people, the injustices of other people, the heartache of other people, even the tears of a sobbing child can bring immense pain. You might not even know the child, but when you hear it, it can bring immense pain to you. And you don't know why. That is your divine nature, and one which we all share in. And that nature can never truly be manifest in society. It's being crushed, held back, or kept back by those social constructs. Those social constructs prohibit your divine nature, the true nature of who and what you are. And what you are is light and love. But your light isn't fully on in this life. It can never be fully on. And when we don't achieve that, which the vast majority don't, can bring sadness. And for some people can bring resentment, can't it? And so while we're employed in those social constructs, we act accordingly. So we'll be accepted by society. So we'll be fit in. And the group, whatever the group is, a family group, social group, whatever it is, we're accepted and we fit in. And this is what we all try to do as human beings, or most of us try to do as human beings. And it's very difficult to separate yourself from that. But when you're awakened, it's a different story. And this can lead to frustration as your true nature fights to manifest itself in the world and show the world just how amazing each and every one of us are. Through shared experiences, both good and bad, I suppose we find a level to settle into, an acceptable level for ourselves as the years roll by. And our true natures, well, it just goes to sleep. So we'll never get to see the real you. But it waits in hope for an opportunity, a moment to manifest itself, even just for a brief moment throughout our lives. And they are the little moments you find the joys and the pleasures and the true joys and pleasures and contentment in your life. But the very few. The manifestation of your declaration is important. And it's exactly what I've just spoken about. for the last, I don't know, whatever. Declaring your true divine nature, your true self to the world, is the only way society can move forward. When we all come to that realization and declare and manifest the declaration of our true selves, not holding back any longer, this can only be a positive step for mankind on our collective journey. One to share, for the host to enjoy, as well as the collective minds and hearts. Society must and will metamorphose into a more deeper spiritual existence for everybody, I believe, and it's the only way we can move forward as we see everything collapsing around us. And as awakened souls realize that there is something more, there is something better to look for, to hope for, and believe in, and have faith in, and trust in it as well, because it's eternal, it's infinite. Because the things of this life, nothing lasts, nothing is forever, including our own lives. So what the physical world has to offer can only be a delusion, because it only lasts for a brief moment. And it's then when we realise and are awakened to that consciousness is when we will all have the confidence to come out of the shadows to declare your own light, whatever it is, in whatever form it is. And no one can come against you. No one will be able to reject you. And this is why I believe society is metamorphosing into something else, away from what was, into something infinite and eternal. Then and only then can we live and find that peace, security and contentment with each other and carry on without our lives, and not rely on the false and fake peace, security that is offered by those in charge, who bring in their own terms and conditions for their own agendas, which don't include all of us, because they're not looking at the infinite. They're not looking to manifest their own declaration. They're only looking for the money and the power. They are unable to fulfill, bring joy or rest. They don't bring contentment. And the vast majority of people have come to realize that. The collective mind has come to realize that we can't trust these people, because they're only human beings, they're only men and women just like us. But we've been led a merry dance, led down a path that they're the ones who are supposed to trust in. They're the ones who know better. And it ain't true. You know better. Your true divine nature knows better, knows the truth. Nobody has to teach you anything. We can share our experiences of life, but nobody can teach you anything. And this is why you need to manifest your declaration. And then you will get to know all things in life, about the way forward. And it's then you will find the peace, joy and contentment in your life and in the lives of those who you love. So make it your goal, friends, to manifest your declaration by coming out of the darkness, coming out of those shadows where you've been hiding, and coming to the light of the revelation, of the awakening, and declare you declare yourself to the rest of the world. Well, that's all from me, folks. Thanks for taking the time to watch. I hope you got some bits and pieces out of it. It's an interesting thing to discuss. I hope you can manifest your declaration if you've been looking for a way in life, if you've been looking for some true joy and contentment. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm Macca. This is the Mac Attack. Thanks for watching. Give a thumbs up. Please comment if you like my videos. If you don't, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, but thanks for watching. Peace and love to everybody, wherever you are in the world. Don't forget to subscribe.